Hey, it's your Buttons Babes. It's me, Alyssa.
And me, Alyssa.
Today, the button that we're pushing is feeling helpless and lost, and then being able to push through when it comes to anything that's happening in the world.
So, a little bit of a heavy topic. We know that there's so much going on in the world right now, specifically what is happening in Afghanistan, and trying to, first of all, figure out, how are we getting the U.S. citizens out of Afghanistan? How are we getting refugees out of Afghanistan? And it feels like there is absolutely nothing that we can do. The stories that we read and the pictures that we are seeing and the information we're being flooded with.
The conclusions that we can jump to of probably how hard and horrific it might be for the people, men, women, children.
It's heartbreaking. And so it leaves us feeling helpless. And it's like there's nothing that we can do
besides posting how helpless we might feel on Instagram, which
and sharing, which yes is great. Like creating awareness and spreading information is so helpful. But in terms of what we're actually doing, I know it seems like it isn't much, but what we are presenting today is that there's a lot more that we can do that we don't realize. And it may seem like little things, but they are huge. So the deadline, the U.S. deadline to get Americans and refugees and to get out of Afghanistan is Tuesday.
31st.
Yes, August 31st, and it is around the corner. And so it's like, that's not enough time. What are we doing? What can we do? We can prepare. We can provide aid here at home in the U.S., and there are other countries that are going to be receiving refugees. And so in terms of what we can do, that is what we can do. We can find ways to volunteer, to donate, to be available to transport, to do, and there are so many organizations, y'all, that are
doing the big things that we can all do the little things to help.
Yes.
I think that was like, we had a couple private conversations, and I'm sure many of you had them like in your own circles of friends, people, humans, but like, we're not billionaires. We didn't just fly to the moon. we don't own dick-shaped rockets, but like if I had a dick rocket, would 1010 have tried to figure out how to get it there and bring it back full of lives that would prosper here once they left the rocket.
But since we are not those individuals who are billionaires flying things to the motherfucking moon, there are little things that we can do all across the world. We're going to start here in the U.S., in California, and it was as simple as Googling, what can I do? What can we do?
How can I help?
Yep, to help refugees. What is possible? And so there are so many organizations, so many nonprofits. And to start, we have Mary's List. What we're going to do is we're going to drop the links to these organizations, these articles that we found in the description of this video. Mary's List right now, they're looking for people that can tutor, that can transport refugees from the airport to appointments. They are looking for people to write welcome letters, to let these humans, these individuals, these people that have to flee from their home for safety.
Entire life.
Yes, like they're uprooted. Like to write them welcome letters, to let them know that they're not alone and that it is okay and like things are hopefully going to get better. And so like those little things can be done through Mary's List. They have a bunch of other things that they need, but those are some of their top three.
The International Rescue Committee, you can donate household items because who doesn't need a Brita or a glass, a chair to sit on? Cleaning products, housing, just general like roof over your head, bed to sleep on, teaching basics of how to get around in whatever city they might be coming and arriving to.
How to open a bank account
in
the
those
U.S.
kinds of
Like like things that to us that are like fundamental, like duh, for some of us, that are like duh, like people are going to need help doing those things, like getting those items, things that we probably have a plethora of, like soap, like certain things that we stockpile. Those donations,
Clorox wipes,
those donations are needed. So there's also 2 really great organizations that everyone should check out. Is I Support the Girls. They are specifically gathering menstrual products for women. So sanitary pads, tampons,
panties,
like things to help, like, because yes, we bleed. And
despite what's happening in the world,
that
you're gonna bleed.
Yes, flow still comes around, and something that is heartbreaking. Having a cycle should not be like, and having the hygiene products that you need should not be a luxury. Like, as a woman, like, this is something that happens to our bodies, like, and having to just wrap up toilet paper and stuff it down there, or like, no, like, the access to these things are so important and make such a big difference. So yes, a box of tampons, some pads, donating
$65, I think a donation to I support the Girls is like 100. I believe it takes care of the needs for 100 women, either for a day or for like a cycle.
It's in there.
We'll drop the information in again, like for the link. But like it's expensive to have a fucking period, and if you are uprooted from like where you are, like the last thing you want to worry about is like, great, what do I do with this?
And I'm just free bleeding. Here we are. Yeah. I'm stuck on a plane
in the airport in a place that I don't want to be there. I don't know if people even acknowledge that I'm existing.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. Also, smell, like, no. So yeah, like if you.
That's a big one. It's a big one for women. And another amazing nonprofit is Too Young to Wed, and then also women supporting Afghan women. We will have the link to both of their IGs and their website in the description. For the women supporting Afghan women right now, they are urging people to write to the White House, call the White House, because they have 500 high priority women that they are trying to get out of Afghanistan. Women who are in parliament, women who are doctors, women who have, changed. They have been a part of the
change,
the exponential growth and change over the 20 years in Afghanistan to make a difference and fight for human rights along with women's rights. They are trying to get them out of Afghanistan. And so something as small as placing a phone call, writing to your representative, like,
an email
makes a difference.
If you don't want to talk on the phone like me, email. You can copy and paste a bunch of emails, change the name, change a couple words, and send them all. Like, it's 20 minutes of your day maybe, but 20 minutes is nothing for like saving a life.
Yes.
Possibly. I don't know.
And last but not least that we have on our list is the International Institute of Los Angeles. Volunteering with them, they are primarily looking to help people find employment, to find childcare when you finally get settled. I do believe they're also looking for housing help. Like if you have an Airbnb or if you have an extra room, like if you're willing to rent to refugees, that kind of help. And also transportation, like driving to appointments, picking people up from the airport. These little things, like we said, make a difference. And as Alyssa and I have been reading articles and figuring out like what difference that we can make, it dawned on me how blessed and like how fortunate we are as Americans, as women. We have it real good. And so as simple as grabbing some extra clothes out of your closet and donating them, some toiletries. It may not seem like much to you, but it will literally change someone's life. And so those are the things that you can do to not feel helpless when the world is in chaos. And a lot of people are like, well, it's not
I can't do anything.
Right.
I'm just me. It's just, it won't make a difference. Like it does. We obviously don't have all the answers, and there's tons of other organizations that we aren't even aware of. If you know others or are working with specific organizations, please drop links, information.
That is what we got. It's super important, makes a difference, and yeah, we would love to share some of the other information that you guys have. Other than that, just share this video, please. Spread the word. We can do so much more than we actually think that we can, and let's take it a step further for human rights. And instead of just posting about it on our social media, how about we actually do something? So wear your button babes, and we will catch you next week.